Okay, everybody, this is mooneydashcam. Today we are talking about the murder of Patrick Penny, witness to one of Roy Demeo's murders that he was involved in. Right now we are on Brighton Beach. We're going to be heading over to Sheepsheadbay Brooklyn, to where Patrick Penny was eventually murdered. We're going to start at the scene that he witnessed, and then we're going to end at where he was actually murdered. Alright, let's flip this around and get into it. Alright, don't forget to follow my Instagram at mooneydashcam, and also don't forget to leave suggestions for future videos in the comments. I very much appreciate it. Alright, go in my description and watch the video I have in the description about this murder that we're talking about right now. The one that Patrick Penny witnessed, because it was right here. A lot of you will recognize this if you are watchers of the channel. So right here, we're going to drive up on the sidewalk just like we did. This is where Nino Gaggi, Roy Demeo, and Peter Piacenti, who's actually up a little bit farther, murdered Jimmy the Clam Eppolito and his son Jim Eppolito. Right in the car, they were heading over to Gemini Lounge. They pulled over, and Nino and Roy reached over and killed the father and son at the same time. Roy ran in one direction. Nino and Peter Piacenti ran in another direction. Patrick Penny saw this whole thing, chased them, hailed a cab because it was too early. There were no cell phones. Hailed a cab for the guy to call the police. The guy was actually a housing authority police sergeant, I believe, and he ended up getting into a shootout with Nino, and Peter shot them both. They both got arrested. Okay, now that that is out of the way, Patrick Penny is one of the only witnesses that comes forward during this whole thing, because during this time, being a witness to a mob crime is pretty much a death sentence. Even the people that he was with, I think Patrick Penny was with 2 girls at the time, they both said it was a bad idea to go after them and try and be the hero and solve this crime. So Patrick Penny is a 21-year-old. Maybe did not realize what he was being a witness to at the time, but he clearly figured out quickly what he was involved in. So now the Gambinos have a problem. They have to figure out what to do with. Alright. They have to figure out what to do with this witness. Fun with that bike, Jesus. So Roy sends the Gemini twins, Anthony Center and Joe Testa, to talk to him. And they actually went to talk to his brother Robert, Patrick Penny's brother Robert, to try and figure out a deal. Their offer was $50,000 cash, which in today's money is $177,000. So no little amount of money they're offering here. And to facilitate him to get out of town wherever he wants and set him up wherever he wants. Because they want to get him paid to shut him up, and they want to get him out of town so he doesn't get dragged into the trial. He refuses both those things. He's clearly naive and is, you'll learn, is a little bit of a disagreeable, argumentative person. Now, the police are going to do everything they can to protect Patrick Penny, because he is their, like, smoke and gun eyewitness, willing to come forward. They never get this. So they're kind of pressuring Patrick to go through and come to the trial. So they give him the option to relocate and the option to also get a new identity if he does relocate. He refuses both those things, which I understand. He's a 21-year-old and he doesn't want to just relocate and change his identity. So they do this all before the trial, of course. Well, the address that we're going to is 1607 Sheepsheadbay Road in Sheepsheadbay, Brooklyn. He actually rejects the offer of relocating. I don't know if he knows that it's pretty much a death sentence to be witness to the mob at this point. He's really standing his ground here. And he's refusing to cooperate with the police. Now, I don't know exactly where this fits into the story, but I did get this bit of info that I thought was very interesting. At one point, he was booked because he wasn't cooperating. He was booked and held as a material witness until trial. So they actually arrested him and held him in a cell so he would be there for trial. He even tried to climb out of a window in the district attorney's office. So, like, he really didn't want to be a part of this, as crazy as that is. Well, I understand. Now, at this point, since he refused, oh my God, I did not know that was a pile of concrete. That would have been bad. At this point, he refused the mob's proposal to get out of town. He refused the police's proposal to get out of town. So Roy Demeo and his crew are hunting him. At one point, Vito Arena actually finds Patrick, and Patrick convinces Vito that he's not Patrick and that he's his brother Robert. And he was able to slip out of that one by the, what is the term? The skin of his teeth? Doesn't make much sense, that term, let's be real. Got the train going over. So 3 weeks before this wild goose chase comes to an end, there's an attempt on Patrick Penny's life. He notifies the police. They immediately put him on a plane and send him to Florida. He comes back shortly after because he didn't do anything anybody said. And we're pulling up on the address now. Oh, look, we got a spot right in front. Like I said, he didn't do anything anybody said. And then when he was back in New York, he actually got arrested, because I'm sure the police were checking up on him all the time, because he was now carrying a gun. Understandably so, for protection, since the Gambino crime family and maybe the most murderous mobster on earth, Roy Demeo, was after him. So he gets arrested for that, and then he gets released on bail. Now it's time for the trial. All right, this is the address right here, 1607. Now, this building was burned. I don't know what exactly happened. Obviously a fire, but that's why you see this awning's gone. That's boarded up. Say hi to the truck, of course. So yeah, this is the area that we're in. It's a pretty busy section. It's I don't even know what time it is. 10:30 on a Friday night. So, at this trial, Peter and Nino are charged with murder. What's up? What's up? This store? I have no idea. Alright, so they were charged with murder and attempted murder and a bunch of other stuff too, because whenever they get one of these mob guys, they try and throw everything at them, see if something sticks, because nothing ever sticks to these guys, including in this case. So Patrick reluctantly testifies. I don't think any of these places are open. I think this whole place burned. Like I said, he reluctantly testifies. Even after all that, they still get cleared of the murder and the attempted murder charges. So, the charges that they did get charged on, they did get sentenced to, whatever you call that. I'm missing the word. Yeah, what they did get sentenced to was 5 to 15 years for assault and I believe a weapons charge, which is much better than a murder charge, so I'm sure they were happy with that. But the officials suspect that they bribed the jurors, which, you know, if you can't kill the one guy that's testifying, you bribe the jurors. That's what you do. Now, I believe that this was probably all of 1607 at one point, but I'm not sure. It was called Ryan's Bar. This is where Patrick Penny was. He was drinking at the bar, as one does at a bar. He gets up to go out to his orange van, slaps a $10 bill on the bar, goes outside, He doesn't realize that he's being hunted. Oh my God, these are all pigeons. You guys see that? They were blending in. He doesn't realize he's being hunted. So he goes out to the van to get something. As he's out there, Roy Demeo pulls up with Vito Arena, Richard Denome, and they're waiting for him. Roy runs up with a handgun, shoots him 9 times in the head in his van. Obviously, he dies immediately. Roy hops in his car and shoots away. Oh, look at that. All right, back to the truck to finish off the story. I'm really slacking here. I didn't even tell you guys the date. March 12th, 1980 is when he was murdered, Patrick Penny, outside the bar, outside of Ryan's bar, Sheepsheadbay Brooklyn. Now, while Nino was serving his 5 to 15 years for this case, Roy becomes captain, which is a very big deal for him. Now, I don't really know the responsibility of law enforcement of a witness after the trial takes place, because they kind of, he was sentenced to, they don't need Patrick Penny anymore. Not that Patrick Penny would have taken any protection, even if they offered it, because obviously he was going against them and butting heads with them this whole entire journey. But it does seem weird that after trial they're just out free and they just go get murdered. I don't know, very odd. But hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please, if you're not understanding what's going on in this video, go in the description and watch the video before. It's a good video. I would hope, at least. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one.